Good morning to all. So we are at the immunology on those hypersensitivity. So hypersensitivity was the organism was exposed to harmful substances. Those substances become harm to that particular person. So those person was considered as a sensitized person. Those sensitized person first exposed to such a type of harmful substances like the allergens. So those allergens was make a great harm to the particular person. So those allergens are nothing but those are the granules. So those are granules may cause the allergy. The causing agents was allergens. They may cause the allergy to the particular person. So the main the horror means some toxic effects of immunity system was hypersensitivity means hyperactivity of immunity system. So those are hypersensitivity. That was mainly two types: immediate type hypersensitivity and a delayed type of hypersensitivity. So on those yesterday we are completed in the two types of immediate type hypersensitivity. Why? Because immediate type hypersensitivity mainly three types: type 1, type 2, type 3. And the type 1 was anaphylactic reactions and the type 2 was, so yesterday we are completed, it was antibody dependent hypersensitivity was completed in our previous class. That was antibody mediated cytotoxic hypersensitivity. So in our yesterday class, today we move on to discuss about the type 3 hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity goes are two types: immediate type and a delayed. So these immediate type was again three types: type 1, type 2, type 3. So these are anaphylactic. So they are completed. And type 2 antibody dependent cytotoxic was also completed. So today we want to discuss about the immune complex mediated hypersensitivity. Immune complex mediated hypersensitivity. So totally hypersensitivity was two types. Those are immediate and delayed type. Means immediate and hypersensitivity, the reactions if the allergens was entered into the particular organism for the first time, and so they may not be going to be any symptoms are not visible, but the person was exposed to those particular allergens for the second time, then the person would be in danger, and those reactions are visible and appeared on the particular person's body within a minutes of time. The type of hypersensitivity was immediate type hypersensitivity, and the delayed type was the reactions are visible after exposing of the particular allergens, and so duration some time was taken for appearing of those symptoms on the particular person. So for a long time it can take. Such type of hypersensitivity was called as a delayed type of hypersensitivity. On those so in previous classes we have completed the immediate type hypersensitivity was again three types: type 1 anaphylactic reactions and type 2 antibody dependent cytotoxic hypersensitivity. So these two are completed in our previous classes. Today we move on to discuss about the type 3 hypersensitivity was immune complex mediated hypersensitivity today. So today we move on to discuss about the immune complex mediated hypersensitivity. Now it was these two are completed in our previous classes. Was the type 3 immune complex mediated hypersensitivity. Say this immune complex mediated hypersensitivity. It was a mediated, so it was a mainly formed the immune complexes. Immune complexes are mainly formed here. So those immune complexes are formed mainly in the middle of antigen antibody reactions are occurred. So it was mainly formed. So at the time of entering of so enormous number of antigens are entered into the body means so some more number of higher number of antigens are entered into the body. So any other reasons. So then what happens is so for fight against those antigens, antibodies are also formed. A large number of antibodies are also formed for fight against those antigens. So by that reason, what happens is in the middle of antigens and in the middle of antibodies, the antigen antibody reactions are occurred. So those are some part of antigens and antibodies are going to be damaged, but remaining antigen antibody complexes are may not be going to be digested, may not be going to be dissolved. They are formed as an insoluble form. They become converted to some insoluble form and stored in the any part of the body. So those are considered as immune complexes. So those parts are considered as immune complexes. So the complexes are mainly formed by the fusion of antigen and antibody reactions. So some reasons leads to cause entering of antigens into the body. When large number of antigens are entered into the body, then immediately for against those antigens, the antibodies are also large number of antibodies are also produced inside the body. So inside in the middle of antigens, in the middle of the antibodies, some reactions are occurred. So those antigens are going to bound the antibodies are going to be bound the antigens and they're going to kill those antigens. But some of the antigen and antibody complexes are may not be going to be dissolved. They become they become remained like those. So by the effect of that, the immune complexes, they are called as some insoluble form. They converted to insoluble form. They may not be going to be soluble inside the body, and they converted to insoluble form and they are going to be stored inside the body at any part of the body. So those are considered as immune complexes. Such type of hypersensitivity was considered as a immune complex mediated hypersensitivity series. So when antigens were entered into the body, then immediately the neutrophils are reached there. The neutrophil was a multi-lobed structure and overall the total white blood cells and neutrophil number was very high. So any inflammatory functions, then neutrophil was greatly increased and any inflammations are formed inside the body. The neutrophils were first produced and they reached there inside the body. So those neutrophils are firstly released. While effect of the neutrophils, then what happens is the complementary system gets activated. So those complementary system these are the mediator molecules which are going to be deactivate the cell surface proteins which are presented on the surface of the body, cell surface region. So those immediately complementary system was activated. So what is mean by complementary system? We are completed in our previous classes. Those are started from the C1 to C9. Those complementary proteins are presented. So those are mainly pro-enzymes. They are not directly act upon any type of reaction. Why? Because they are the pro-enzymes. They are going to be deviated into two different forms. So these are C3b, C5b, C4b are presented here. The remaining series. So C4b was divided into C4a, C4b. It was a small fragment. It was a large fragment. So these are large fragments can only function to bound the antigens. But that was a small fragment was going to be diffused. We are already completed discussed in previous classes. So two particles, it was divided into two particles, two fragments. So one fragment was smaller in size, so smaller fragment was going to be dissolved immediately, but the larger one was going to be activate, going to be functioned inside it was going to be bound with it acts upon to kill the antigens or any other harmful substances. So in the help of these macrophages, neutrophil was next converted into the macrophage series. By the effect of these complementary activation of these complementary proteins, those antigen and antibodies, those antigens are entered into the body series. Antigens are more number of antigens are entered into the body. Those antigens are bound with these neutrophil. By the effect of neutrophil, complementary system gets activated, and from that too, so macrophages are going to be so they swallow those the particular substances, harmful substances, and series. The lysis of those harmful substances was going to be released out. So these are lysis process. It was a phagocytosis mechanism. Was going to be digest the harmful substances by the macrophage cell. So these macrophage cell was going to be digest only some amount of antigens are going going to be killed. So remaining part of antigen and antibody complexes are remained inside the body. So those are going to be stored inside the body mainly at the middle part of the knee. Middle part of the mainly at the leg region, mainly the middle part of the hand and middle part of the. So that was mainly inside those regions. These are going to be stored at there. So it was a main example, Arthur's reaction. Arthur's reaction was the main example for this. So mainly at the part of the knee. So see this. So it was a leg region. So nearby it was it is considered as a knee. So it was mainly become going to be swelling. The swelling was occurred. The area was a somewhat it was a somewhat reddish in color. It was become converted to somewhat reddish color, and the swelling was occurred at there. Those swelling due to that was occurred due to the antigen antibody complexes. These antigen antibody complexes are become insoluble form. They become insoluble. These insoluble form of antigen and antibody complexes are going to be stored at there in the knee part of the leg. So here these are going to be stored at this region. That's why the swelling was takes place in this area, and somewhat it become reddish in color. That is considered as an Arthur's reaction here. So these was mainly formed by the effect of antigen and antibody complex mediated hypersensitivity. So it was allergens was going to be released at the knee part, and they are going to be stored at there. They cause the allergy at the knee part. That was swelling was occurred at the knee. So these reaction was called as Arthur's reaction. Totally these immunity was hypersensitivity was totally called absent. That was antigen immune complex mediated hypersensitivity. And so now immediate and hypersensitivity is over. After that I are having in our syllabus that was a delayed time hypersensitivity now. Now, delayed time hypersensitivity was considered type 4 hypersensitivity. It was a Mortag's reaction. See this. Mortag's reaction was mainly the tuberculin. So it was a disease related TB. So whooping cough, so it was also respiratory tract disorder. The whooping cough was occurred on those person. It was a tuberculin, it was a TB, disorder was a TB. So mainly see this, delayed type hypersensitivity, the main variation between the immediate type and the delayed type hypersensitivity, the variation was immediate type hypersensitivity was occurred within the minutes. The reactions was observed within the minute of time. Only the reactions are occurred. It can take a short duration of time for so the reactions are observed on the surface of the skin or in the region of the body. But delayed time hypersensitivity can take up to 24 to 72 hours of time. Means 1 day to 3 days of time for so it can take some more time than the immediate time hypersensitivity. For occurring of reactions after entering of the allergens into the body, it can be the body shows the reactions up to 24 to 72 hours of time it can take, means 1 to 3 days of time. After that only the symptoms are observed inside a particular person. That's why it was considered as a delayed type hypersensitivity. It can take a long duration of time than the immediate type hypersensitivity. That's why it is called as a delayed type hypersensitivity. So in these delayed type hypersensitivity, it can take take so these or this much of time. And the main example for this reaction, Montag's reaction was the main example for this. The Montag's reaction was nothing but tuberculin. So it was mainly granular, which was associated with the TB. The person was already sensitized with the tuberculin molecule. That was a factor was related to the disease called as a TB. That's why that is a tuberculin, whooping cough. So on those persons, the whooping cough, the person was already the person has the person was already exposed to the particular allergen, the tuberculin allergen inside the body. Then only so after we give the tuberculin molecule, some amount of tuberculin in the form of injection. So then what happens is the person was see this was a injection through the mainly on the surface region of the skin, mainly to the hand. So mainly at the area of the hand. So the person, so mainly at the hand region, the injection was given to the person with the including of the tuberculin. Then what happens is so after 2 to 3 days of time, if the person has already received these tuberculin molecule, tuberculin granule, then what happens is so the symptoms are observed on those persons. So where the injection was given, so those such area become very reddish and somewhat thicker. The skin was become very thick at that area. Somewhat very thick at that area means so tuberculin was a causing agent for TB. TB was one of the disorder. It was in these symptoms are whooping cough on those person. It was one of the respiratory tract disorder. The person was already got so the person was already exposed to these molecules on those person's body. The person was sensitized person. The sensitized person we can give the tuberculin molecule in this injection form. So we can give into the tuberculin injection to the particular person in the area of the hand, at a particular area of the hand, and we observe the person up to 2 to 3 days of time. The person was observed. So the symptoms are observed on those person up to 2 to 3 days of time after giving the injection. Then the symptoms are where the injection was given, those area become very reddish. And the skin become very thick. The skin become very thicker. The area become very thicker than the normal skin area, and so they become very reddish in color. So that's why that was we concluded that what happens is the person was already sensitized to the particular tuberculin. So if the person was not received any tuberculin molecules for the first time, any allergens was not presented on this person against the tuberculin, then we can give it to the particular normal person, not for the sensitized person. A normal person, we can give the injection to a normal person and observed after 2 to 3 days of time. Any symptoms are not going to be observed. Any symptoms are not observed on those person. Why? Because if the person becomes sensitized, the person becomes sensitized only. Sensitized is nothing but the person was received those granules tuberculin against those TB disease tuberculin granules for the first time, and those are stored inside the body. The person was considered as a sensitized person. Those persons only, sensitized person only shows the symptoms after 2 to 3 days of time after giving the injection. But so if a normal person, the person may not be sensitized, may not be received these tuberculin for the first time. Those person we can give the injection as a tuberculin through the skin region. Then any symptoms are not observed on those person. So on those person's body, any symptom, any types of reddish colored skin or thick skin was not observed on those person's body. So that was the main variation, and it was a main example of delayed type hypersensitivity. The main example of Montag's reaction, because Montag's was a reaction was giving the injection of tuberculin. That's why the test is called as Montag's reaction. Montag's reaction was nothing but giving the injection in the form of tuberculin. The injection may contain the tuberculin molecules. These are the some antigen. These are the some allergens molecules for the person was already sensitized, and only the person can show the symptoms. Otherwise, any types of symptoms may not be observed on those person's body. So it is totally about the types of hypersensitivity was over. So those are mainly anaphylactic reactions, antibody dependent cytotoxic reactions, and immune complex mediated hypersensitivity, and a delayed time hypersensitivity, that was type 4 hypersensitivity or completed. Totally the hypersensitivity was over. So mainly the anaphylactic reactions are without protection. Those are mainly observable inside the respiratory tract disorder. Those are some injections, some vegetables, some unsuitable vegetables, unsuitable medication, and also the dust particles or any other particles the person's body will so the person body can show some reactions about the particular granules or molecules. So those are asthma conditions. Asthma is also one of the allergy related disease. So those asthma persons, that was atopy, the condition was atopy, that was yellow fever also, that was respiratory tract disorder. So the symptoms are if the allergens are entered into that particular person's body, then immediately the person was already sensitized, then only the symptoms are very serious symptoms are observable on those person's body. The runny nose and the eyes are become reddish in color. So those symptoms are observable on the person's body. So those are that was about the atopy reactions and anaphylactic reactions, and the antibody dependent cytotoxic hypersensitivity, that was a mismatched blood group in the middle of antigens and antibodies are there in the middle of the person blood group was A, another person blood group was B. So the blood transfusion was occurred in the middle of those two persons. The first type of blood transfusion was considered as a mismatched blood group. The person was blood group was A, then we can able to give the person to the blood group A only, but not to the B or any other blood group. So then only the problem was occurred on those persons' body. Why? Because the against blood group persons may contain the same antigen and same antibody. That's why in the middle of those antigen and antibodies, the reactions may take place that leads to cause the blood lysis. These red blood cells are going to be die. The red blood cells are going to be destructed. The person's blood was throughout the blood capillaries, the blood clotting was occurred. Due to that reason, that leads to cause the death of that particular person also. And it was another type is also there, autoimmune disorder. The self-destruction, the antibodies or antigens are produced, formed inside the body. So for particular organs, so those particular organ was itself going to be damaged inside the body. Those are considered autoimmune disorders. And the third one, that was the immune complex mediated hypersensitivity. The large number of antigens are entered into the body. For against those antigens and antibodies, the reactions are occurred. So some amount of antigens or antibody complexes are not going to be digested, not going to be dissolved. They are become converted to insoluble form. They are going to be stored at the knee or the leg region and become they cause the swelling and rashes at that area. So that was also hypersensitivity reaction of arthros reaction. So arthros means jointed legs. So that's why that is arthros reaction. And type 4 was a delayed type hypersensitivity. It was totally about the it can take some long duration of time for observation of the symptoms on those person up to 24 to 72 hours of time. The main reaction, the main example Montague's reaction about the tuberculin injection, that was a TB. The TB was a respiratory tract disorder. It was totally today's topic. Today's topic was over. So furtherly, the next topic we are having the that was totally about the autoimmune. So autoimmunity and immunodeficiency, and after that types of vaccines and introduction to vaccines are there. So that was the last topic in your second unit. That was we want to discuss about the today and tomorrow. That was about the autoimmunity and immunodeficiency in our tomorrow class. So today's topic was completely over and we will meet tomorrow. Thank you.